Football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark in Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Delaware Blue Hens. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Blue Hens ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly talented. He's got the skill set, obviously highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Delaware's offense will get the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a heat. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. They come into the season #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Yeah, they don't look like freshmen either. I mean, these guys look like grown men. Remember, in recruiting, a lot of these kids were promised to get on the field very, very early. For this team to have the success they're hoping to have, absolutely these freshmen have got to go.
The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Off-play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He strides his way over the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
It's so nice to have these big, playmaking tight ends who are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. First play of the drive wants to throw. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback head
Brings it to the open. That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. Under fire. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, you know, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit...
Only one thing. It's time for Peter Schrager's most interesting man, and we're not revealing anything in this bucket. You have to stick around to find out who it is. It's not who you just saw on the screen. Don't miss it. Next.
It might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. You can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
100% wings with monk fruit extract. Tried it yet?
On weight loss meds? Want to keep the muscle while you lose the fat? Now there's...
The give to the left. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here we go, here we go. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Complete downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Blue Hens are rolling down the field. The give on the inside. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
You know, we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient five-way scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out.
The man was kind of built for these moments. Built for adversity. Built for the challenge. In his New York Times best-selling autobiography titled The Home Team.
So far, this has been a most frustrating performance for this junior quarterback. They thought they'd be able to lean on their passing game, but so far it has been a complete struggle. Turnover didn't help either. They've got to take care of the football. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And so far, the quarterback play has been less than stellar. They came into this one believing that they could make explosive plays, and he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got another 25. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job of being physical by this defense.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Give to the running back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Pryor. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Blue Hens will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. Got it at the 35. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Let's go, let's go. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the tight end. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Blue Hens didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Trying to run it in.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The Blue Hens will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job between the quarterback and tight end on that play. This area of the field, these windows are really small, so you've got to have great timing. QB and tight end showed you right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Texas overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mean Green tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's got his man. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Connection to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and go to a situation and move your offense backwards.
He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Good right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and he had the opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
The offense changing the play. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Here comes the heat. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they got a big play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this third quarter with a run. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish your... And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they can't make the connection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks on that 3rd down screen play, make the tackle. Now it's setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Gets it out fast. Fights off the defender. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. And the Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stop the run. Second down, he'll throw it. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Tigers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back. Comes through a tackle. That Keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Now the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The inside handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Blue Hens back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Short hands, it's Pryor. Tackled there by the defense.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The short hands, it's Lynn. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Blue Hens need to pick it up on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's going to again. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down play. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Sends it back in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly complete. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Delaware!
Game 1, you want to come out with drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. With jet sweep pass. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
He's loose. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. 22, he'll set up to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Quarterback Matthew Stafford says his offense must play fast, physical, aggressive, and execute against a great defense in their home environment. The Rams QB had no shortage of notes as to what makes the Seahawks defense great, pointing to their personnel, depth, coaching, and star power difference makers, including former teammate Ernest Jones, who Stafford says is playing at an all-time level, coming off a game in which he forced a fumble and intercepted a pass. Stafford expects in this 3rd matchup that the Seahawks will present ready to adapt. Coach Sean McVay is emphasizing the most important part of this matchup, not beating themselves and taking care of their own house first. Jay?
Lindsay, thank you much. The Seahawks will look to break the trend on Sunday when they host the Rams in the conference title game. This will be the third playoff meeting between the NFC West rivals, and the Seahawks have been the favorites with home field advantage in both of the previous matchups. But it's the Rams who have come out on top each time. Christine?
All right, Jay, the third thing you need to know right now, the Dolphins begin a new era today, introducing Coach Jeff Hafley. He was the Packers defensive coordinator and was hired after Miami made former Green Bay personnel chief John Eric Sullivan the new GM. Hafley spoke today on his goals.
I'm going to wear it on my sleeve at times. I'm going to be passionate. I'm going to tell you how I feel, and you're going to get everything I have into the city, to the fans. This is a storied organization, one of the best in all sports, and you deserve a winner. You guys deserve a winner. And I am going to do everything in my power to bring you guys that. I am so proud to be here, and I cannot wait to get started.
All right, senior NFL insider Adam Schefter is with us now, so they have a head coach in place. What is next for Miami at the quarterback position?
Well, they want to meet with Tua Tagovailoa, who they were non-committal to today. And it's no secret around the league that most people think that the Dolphins will wind up moving on from Tua Tagovailoa. The question is how and when. There's a $99 million salary cap charge that they have to decide how they want to divvy up. Do they want to take it all this year? Do they want to spread it out over 2 years? So it's a situation where they're still trying to figure that out. But obviously the Dolphins are going to be in the market for another quarterback.
The Blue Hens have this offense rolling.
Military stun!
They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find a way.
Next going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, showing like the game I had, the defense. Well, you shouldn't have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man in the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Missouri wants to go fast.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Loose in the middle. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. See what they dial up on 1st and 10.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The snap sets up the throw. Back's got it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Army managed managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Point had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And the Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle. It's fired. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Lynn. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Immediately fires to the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Blue Hens will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. Defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a 4-3 touchdown. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the quick game. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Just keep slinging it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This one's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Easy.
Back to pass. Got his man quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. Here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Rides the back and leads it. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.
It's the season of staying in. Shop Kohl's to refresh your space with
canceled his trip to Cleveland. And now Jesse Minter has reached a 5-year agreement to be the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens go defensive background. That means there have been 5 hires in a league in which there have been 10 openings. And you look at the history of the Ravens head coaches, John Harbaugh, Brian Billick, Ted Marchibroda, and now we can add the name Jesse Minter to that as Minter gets a deal done with the Baltimore Ravens. It's a 5-year contract. The Baltimore Ravens have their new head coach.
All right, Adam Schefter with the latest on the coaching carousel. Baltimore has a coach. Adam, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, betting analyst Aaron Dolan with us now. Aaron, it is a great time of the year. We got playing football, picking squares, rooting against teams you hate, and player props.
Aaron, what props do you have for the NFC title game? Sorry. I have
Nakua anytime touchdown scorer. This is at plus 115. That's some of the best.
home and isolate some of these offensive linemen and confuse them, sometimes you're dropping a guy from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
He's not going to be as good as a DB, as in a Nicky Man Warrior, or one of those guys. So his responsibility is he has to cover up the flat. The issue is now the Rams have sent somebody vertical. So now you have two to a side. So for Job right here, he's trying to midpoint both of them, but he's faster than him. So this is the point, Matthew Stafford being the veteran, understanding the coverage, knowing who he wants to attack.
Huge part of this game is the Rams and Matthew Stafford figuring out where that overload pressure is going to come from, and then having a good option opposite the pressure, because you got to have the good pass concept away from it to truly hurt it.
I want a sound effect for the fist pump.
What would it be?
A little quiet there.
What would it be?
All right, but listen, you guys, this music means only one thing. It's time for Peter Schrager's most interesting man, and we're not revealing anything in this bump here. You have to stick around to find out who it is. It's not who you just saw on the screen. Don't miss it. Next, right here on ESPN.
Copilot, make us claymation.
Dude.
Copilot, make us statues.
Oh, come on.
Make us anime style.
Unlimited power! Why are we yelling?
That was intro to yoga? More like intro.